Alright guys, I've gone ahead and purchased a Rusco spin down sediment trapper, and let me show you where I'm going to plumb this in. So I have a lot of sediment that comes up through our well. A lot of it is shale and manganese and probably some other things. And let me show you in this next clip what we have. So it's like a grit. Feels like a shale. Washes away. So my goal here is to put the sediment trapper in between the well pressure tank and our water retention tank. And sediment does get into our pressure tank, and I flush it out every 2 to 4 weeks. Same thing with our retention tank. But I'm hoping that the trapper in between will help keep a lot of that sediment out of the water retention tank, where chlorine mixes with our water to nullify sulfur and some other things, iron and so forth. So this is where I'm going to put the sediment trapper right here, right next to this Stenner pump. So I've gone ahead and purchased the 1-inch version of this filter, and it uses 1-inch PVC, and I've bought some adapters, and I'm eventually going to end up with 1-inch PEX, which is just a little bit smaller, and this is what I'm using for the rest of the water system. Alright, so I've gone ahead and just put my PEX using some Teflon tape into this 1-inch adapter here for PVC. Let's go ahead and glue this stuff up here. Alright, I'm going to cut some 1-inch PEX here. So what's nice about working on this project is I can build a lot of this on my workbench, and having a good vise is a great thing to have. So what I'm just going to do is just go ahead and tighten this up just a little bit and get it close here. Let's tighten up a little bit. Not too much. So I want to be able to move it up a little bit. Make sure I have a good cinch on here. Make sure I'm connecting all of the white part. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Let's go ahead and give it a full cinch here. Nice and tight. Alright, I'm going to go ahead off camera and get the rest of them. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and put together all the connections here. You can see I got the sediment filter in the middle, and I'm using stainless, and up here I have a valve to shut off water, and down here when I connect this one I have another valve right there. On some of the straight connections I've gone ahead and tightened things down. I haven't completely tightened everything down on some of these up here because I need to make sure I can fit the pipes right when I put this on the wall. Alright guys, let's take a moment here and I'll show you how this works. So water is going to enter this part, and then it hits the Rusco, and then it spins down, and any sediment will bounce off this filter and it'll get trapped down here, and then every so often I'll just open up the trap and all this will be emptied for the sediment. Now this is a hard mesh screen. Let's go ahead and open this up. So I just took off the cover here. So it's pretty small. Hard mesh is about 150 micron. I think it's 153 micron to be exact. So this is going to get the big stuff. And this is going to act as our pre-sediment filter for our retention tank and for our backwashing sediment filter. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done a little work here. I went ahead and moved the center pump over as far as I could. Added a board up here and added a board down here. And in the middle right there, I'm going to put the spin down sediment filter, and I'm going to have it connect over here and down here, and then it's going to wrap around, and I'm going to take out this faucet and put a connection in there. Alright, so I got the first cut done here. I'm going to go ahead and insert the shut off and then the T into here, and then clamp it. All right, so I got the first part in here. Go ahead and put the clamp in just like this. See that? That's nice. And then just go ahead and put this on right like this. And these just clamp in. Pretty sweet. All right, so first part. What's nice is when you don't tighten this down, then you can move things around, get it just right, and then I'll go ahead and tighten everything up. All right, guys, so I've made the final connections here. I have a shut off down here on that T. Take out the faucet. It goes over, up, and then goes to the sediment trapper. And then over to the new T, then up to the shut off. So all I need to do now is just cinch my connections, make sure everything's tight, and then we'll run some water through this and give it a test. Step back here. I think it looks pretty good. All right, guys, so I got everything crimped and it's ready to turn the water on here. So let's go ahead and do this here. So I've turned off, this is the regular line that would go up. What I'm doing is I'm turning off this valve here. It's forcing the water to go through the new line, up, and into the sediment trapper. So let's go ahead and add some water here. I also have it off up here, so I'm just going to check all the connections. Just let the water in real slow now. Let the water go. See the water filling up here. That's cool. Just pressurize it real slow here. Let's turn on this valve here. Real slow. Let that pressurize slow. It's a little sticky, the valve. Okay, so we have water. So just check and make sure there's no leaks. All right, guys, I want to tell you why I put a couple valves in here to shut water off. And the reason I did that was so I could use a reverse backflow to clean out the filter. So in the regular mode, what I'll do is I run water through here and I'll go to the sediment trapper. And as long as I turn this off, I can export water here and clean the sediment trapper. Now, if I want to do it in reverse, all I have to do is make sure this is off and then turn this one off, the regular flow, and turn this one on. Water will go up in reverse, and I can clean out the sediment trapper that way too. So I can spin it down in either direction. Just running some water to see how this works, see how it's spinning around in there. Got a few air bubbles in there from the new install. I already have stuff on the bottom. It's great. Alright, guys, so I ended up flushing it once. It's much more clear now, as you can see. So pretty pleased with that. Flushed out all the sediment in there. And this should be a nice addition to our water system. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, ask a question, share this video. It's all appreciated, and I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully this has helped you with some ideas, or if you have a water issue, or just DIY stuff. Alright, catch you next time.